Welcome back. If you just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, live from Lagos and Abuja. Here are the stories making our headlines this hour. EFCC declares a Nigerian and his German partner wanted over oil subsidy fraud amounting to over 6 billion naira. Inspector General of Police deploys mobile policemen, high-tech armored personnel carriers and surveillance helicopters for Saturday's governorship election in Ekiti State. Authorities of University of Abuja order school closed following protracted lecturers' strike. And Sunni militant seize another Iraqi city of Tal Afar. A reminder here that all our top stories can be found on our websites, ChannelsTV.com and on YouTube.com/channelsweb. But do visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. You can also interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android, iOS and Windows 8 platforms. So if you have pictures or videos to share with us, tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions. Now, the Channels Eyewitness platform means different things to different people, but this is certainly a trust that has been formed between you, our viewers, and the way the news is told. Through this partnership, the images that you send in are directed to appropriate headquarters for the needed attention to your concerns. Now, our correspondent, Oluwaseun Ibare, reports.
Our eyewitness reporters have been exceptional in expressing their feelings through images they send in. Today, their expressions drive us to the state of the highways. We begin with Chidi Gabriel's image of a mud-ridden in Port Harcourt-Owerri Road. Further down the same road, Ugo has this picture of trailers in what looks like a wrestling contest with the losers thrown to the sidelines. A harrowing sight for road users. Also, from Salawu, is this of an eroded road in Minna, Niger State. And Frank sent this from Wire Road in Edo State, which happens to be our follow-up story. The residents claim that the road, a project set up by the Niger Delta Development Commission, has been abandoned along with the comfort.
We have been complaining of this road. We try, there's no way. We go to LDDC, it's what we are battering now that they should come and help us. You see, all the people here now, although many of them don't die, they have this here abandoned, it's over 200. We are now begging the government that they should come to our aid.
Let me say 3 months ago, when somebody was coming, accidentally fell into that pit, damaged all his car. So what was happening is that ever since, nobody even talked about it. Even up to today, some will come and even camera everywhere, nobody will come. Even up to today, somebody came last week, said they are going to start a project now, nothing done.
The more contributions you make to the channel's eyewitness platform, the more we at Channels Television are encouraged to make sure your views are aired. Oluwaseun Ibare, Channels Television News.
Now, some indigenes of Borno State, northeast Nigeria, have continued to appeal for the federal government's intervention in ensuring adequate security in the region. The indigenes, who thanked the campaigners demanding the release of the girls, say people in the area have continued to live in fear.
They go in disguise, they keep a lot of them in the bush and send maybe 2 or 3. If you rush, they attack you. And they say they are coming within 1 week to attack if a certain amount of money is not gathered for them. The people are living under this constant fear and hope. And we are meeting outside to see what we do. Of course, we can't contribute money for Boko Haram, but our people are all worried and concerned about this situation. So essentially, we want to thank you very much for identifying with our cause and keeping this alive. These are our children. Because the neighboring villages send children to this school. Remember the story of the bride that was abducted? It was from my village. A bride was abducted before her wedding. The night before her wedding. They killed the youth there. My father's cousin, Batagiwa, his own son was killed there.
Now, following protests by students of the University of Abuja, authorities have announced an indefinite shutdown of the school until further notice. The announcement was made in an official statement from the office of the Vice-Chancellor after fresh protests this morning at the university staff quarters. Well, according to the statement, all students are to vacate the hostels and university premises immediately, adding that further developments on the matter would be communicated to them in due course. The students were protesting the industrial action by the university's lecturers, which has entered its third week. It will no longer be business as usual for banks and contractors involved in various projects commissioned by the Niger Delta Development Commission. The NDDC has warned that it would not tolerate any delays by banks to release funds for the completion of projects, and any company that does that will be blacklisted.
The NDDC Executive Director, Projects, Mr. Toyo Omatsuli, isn't happy about the slow pace of work on ongoing projects in Rivers State. His disappointment is that funds had been approved 3 months ago for the projects. He's not impressed with the work done on the Rivers State University of Science and Technology hostel.
If the building is not well built, if the standard is poor, it will deteriorate in a short while, and that's why I'm not happy. And for henceforth, we are going to set up a team particularly for this project. They will come and overview everything about the finishing, so that we can put it in a proper perspective, because we can't commission this business like this.
The inspector moved to the specialist hospital, which houses an orthopedic complex with a cardiovascular center. The story changed for the worst when Mr. Toyo and his team visited the Eliozu-Elimbu Road, which has 2 connecting bridges. He's also not impressed with the level of work, and so the big stick is wielded. The contract revoked to be handed over to a new bidder.
It's very disheartening to also see this kind of roads, and specifically the MD has said I should pay a visit to this road, because it was on the national dailies where they showed the poor state of the road, and see NDDC, look at the road that we are doing. Though the design was not appropriate, but just like what he said, we could have done better, but we now see that it doesn't have the capacity to do it, and we have asked him to off his hand from this road when we see all the interest, and most especially the people that are living here. You can see the pain they are going through.
The NDDC is, however, set to concentrate on the monitoring of projects commissioned for effective results.
Well, unless adequate measures are put in place, Sokoto, Yobe, Benue and parts of the Niger Delta may experience severe flooding this year. Well, this is coming from the Minister of Water Resources, Mrs. Sarah Ochekwe, while presenting the 2014 flood outlook for the country. At the annual event organized by the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency in Abuja, some participants suggested the evacuation of the residents from these areas considered as risk-prone. When the news at 10 returns, First Bank of Nigeria, facts behind the figures. That's some business news. Join us again.